In today's video, we're going to look into the position of women in medieval India, particularly during the period of the Mughals. Our sources for the discussion comes from the Ain-i-Akbari, authored by Abul Fazl. The basis of production was the labor and resources of the entire household. In such an environment, gendered segregation between men and women was not possible. Peasant and artisan women worked in the fields, served their employers at their place, and went for marketing products in bazaars. The women actively participated in the process of agricultural production. They worked shoulder to shoulder with men in the fields. They sowed, weeded, thrashed, and winnowed the harvest. The women were equally active in craft production. The task of spinning yarn, shifting, and kneading clay for pottery and embroidery were dependent on women labor. Women labor was thus in considerable demand. With increasing commercialized production, the demand for women labor went up further. In peasant families, the women were considered an important resource mainly because they were child-bearers in a labor-intensive society. Moreover, there were generally shortages of wives because the female mortality rate was higher. Because of the disproportionately low number of women in comparison to men, the practice of payment of bride price came up. Instead of paying dowry to the bride's family, it was the female family that got the bride price. This practice was prevalent in rural communities that were distinct from the elite groups. Secondly, remarriage was common, both among divorced and widowed women. In a way, the rural women enjoyed a better status because of their economic utility and consequential social customs, but it does not mean that women were well empowered and enjoyed a status equal to the men. Only the male members headed the household. They kept their women under strict control. In this, the family and the community stood united. Infidelity on the part of the women was considered a big crime, and severe punishments were meted out. The women being important, the fear of losing control over them was considerable. Women belonging to landed gentry enjoyed property rights. Some documents from the Punjab show that women sold and inherited property. Even the zamindaris could be inherited by women, who could sell or mortgage the inheritance. In Bengal, women zamindars were known in the 18th century. A woman held the 18th century zamindari of Rajshahi, which was among the most famous in Bengal. If you find the video helpful, do drop a like, subscribe for more contents like this. Thanks.